For some reason, I thought it was already started.
TikTok or YouTube does not like us starting a stream, or I should say OBS doesn't like starting a stream if there's a virtual camera running, so I have to shut it off and turn it back on. Welcome. Yeah, we're just doing a watercolor. We've been streaming for about an hour and 10 minutes on TikTok, and now we are activating the YouTube stream because Fox is getting her watercolor done. And it's gonna be up on our YouTube channel forever.
Forever immortalized.
Great to see you guys. Hey, Vorns.
Hey.
Junior, Mina, Kate.
Welcome, regulars. I'm gonna cook, I promise. I'm gonna give him like little vampire teeth because he is a vampire. Is this character in OG style perchance? Love the frills. Well, funny you asked that, Nana, because partner asked if I could put them in the OG style. I don't really know what that is. Is that like a fashion style? So this is the drawing that she sent. So I'm like, okay.
Partner asked.
Fox asked. How do you do your guidelines?
Carefully.
Carefully. Hey, Snaz. Kind of like print style. Oh, I got you. I didn't know that this like frilly collar was like OG style, I guess. Like print style. I didn't know that. I just thought of it as like, oh, it's kind of like Victorian.
Any update on when the summer code will no longer work? Probably a couple weeks.
Let's draw him winking.
I will not say hi, but I will say bye. Because I'm gonna mute you. Oh, hold up. Don't want to have this playing. We have to
that's right.
Unfortunately, we have to shut the Sakura stuff down because we're on YouTube now and they don't like copyrighted music.
That's totally...
Which I totally forgot about. We've been live for 1:13. So I might have to chop that off of the YouTube video later. DMCA stuff. Snaz? What are you doing here? You don't draw. I'm kidding. Had a really bad art block this month. My art skills have drastically went down.
That's okay. Just bring it back up.
I mean, just
draw
don't
again.
worry about your skills. Just draw because you enjoy it. Like, make friends, draw your characters, try stuff. It sounds to me like a lot of overthinking.
Yeah, like, don't worry.
It's not such a serious thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Just draw and have fun.
Like, once you get back into drawing, like, you know, just focus more on having fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to hear it from the guy with the same hair as my PFP. You literally just compared me to the most famous bald-headed character in the history of bald-headed characters. I don't think that's the insult that you think it is. Aang from Avatar: The Last Airbender. I would gladly be compared to him any day. Thank you very much, Naz. I appreciate it.
Let's, let me think. Where's my kneaded eraser? There it is.
Aang is Aura, yeah.
Let's do this. Let's do a little Psyche doll.
That'd be cute.
I'll draw the Psyche doll cuter, don't worry.
We'll be live tomorrow. He gets a doll too, yes.
I have to. I always draw Psyche and partner with plushies of each other because it's cute.
How did you get so well with the face measurements, or should I not overthink about? Oh, you can definitely think about it and measure it out.
Yeah.
You want to know what Christina's having me do for the face measurements? So I'm like, Christina, I want to get good at face measurements too. How do I do that? And she's like, do 1,000 heads. You can stop drawing if you want.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Because they can't see it anyways.
Oh, okay.
Do 1,000 heads. So I'm doing 1,000 heads.
With proportions, construction every time.
Proportions and construction. And then you know what I'm going to do when I do that 1,000? I'm probably going to do another 1,000. Because that's how you get, that's how you do it. And so if you want to get good at measuring anime faces and doing proportions, do a bunch of them and be very conscious of what you're doing. Look who it is.
Cardcaptor.
Like, you can see these old ones, not nearly as good as the new ones. And I'm only on like 400. But anyways, I would look at artwork that you really like and break it down and copy it and be like, don't copy it mindlessly, copy it like
Analyze it.
where are the eyes at? How high are they? How low are they? How far are they from the chin? How far are they from the ears? How do they do this? How do they do that? Because Christina was the one that assigned this to me. Like, I'm like, I want to get good at drawing anime and stuff. And she's just like, we'll do a bunch of them.
Yeah, that's really it. And
But
now you're improving a lot.
Do them
on it.
very consciously. Like, don't just mindlessly do them without thinking. Do them and think. Like, you can even see on Tira. I'm thinking about how to break down the bangs. I'm like, how do the bangs work anyways? Oh, it's like back and forth, like a gesture. And so I'm like really working every single time. I'm like, did that one work? Maybe not. Did that one work? Well, that one was okay. What about this one? What about that one? What about that one?
That
So
one's nice.
it's literally drawing them over and over and over and over and over and over. It's like one good drawing of bangs does not mean I can draw bangs well. It's like I need to draw like 100 of them or 200 or 300 of them.
Is it okay if your OCs change very often? No, you're only allowed to have one permanent OC. I'm
They'll
kidding.
come to your house and arrest you. The art police.
Art police.
Now you can do whatever you
You
want.
can do whatever you want.
Hi Maisie, how's it going?
I'll do that as a Psyche doll.
Okay.
Let me think.
I'm FBI's most wanted then, Tori says.
I feel like partner would have like kind of long nails because he's a vampire.
You overcooked Psyche.
Uh-oh. That's okay. It's just a practice. You can always sculpture again.
What video do you guys recommend watching for drawing heads in different angles? Don't you have a...
I don't have a heads and drawing heads at different angles video, but I have a how to draw both eyes in any angle video. In our head models that you get, there's a course or there's a class that comes with it, and I do cover like how to draw downward facing angles and stuff and my process. That's where I would look as well.
I don't think we have a dedicated
we
video
don't-
on it. Actually,
no.
we have old live streams on it.
Yes, we do actually have old light streams.
We
on.
do have some old live streams that have different thumbnails about drawing heads at any angle. We draw them
Yeah.
inside of like Krenz cubes, so you can look at that. Well, this isn't Christina's OC. This is Fox's.
It's Fox's OC. What did
How
they say?
did you know I have a soft spot for vampires? I'm expanding my harem of Christina's OCs. Unfortunately, this is someone else's OC.
Yeah.
I mean, fortunately for them.
Fortunately for Fox, because that's a very, very great compliment.
Have people ever submitted art for you to give advice on? Yeah, through mentorships. Who made June and Jake? We both made them.
We both made them.
I'm literally saying, like, June and Jake were created through us just having a discussion.
Yep.
Like, back and forth discussion, probably on a walk, like, ooh, we need a character that's, like, mysterious. And it's like, it evolves over time. And one of us would give an idea, and we're like, ooh, that's pretty fun. What about this? It's literally, like, back and forth, like a game of catch. That's how we created pretty much all of our characters, our joint characters. June... Our Jake's original name was Zach.
It was.
But then we went over to one of my friend's house, and he's like, Jake from State Farm. So we're like, okay, we're naming him Jake instead.
Yeah.
Did you know that, chat? If you are watching this stream, you are one of the very few who has the privilege to know that Jake's name used to be Zach. Z-A-C-H.
Z-A-C-H. In fact, before we changed it to Jake in our Heads and Faces class, I would actually be like, oh yeah, Zach is this character in XYZ. And I'm like, oh, no, it's Jake.
What is it like collaborating on making a character when you disagree? We don't.
Not really. Well, we try to, if we do disagree, we try to be open about it, I would say.
Yeah,
like,
but we haven't.
Yeah,
like, we're
not
just
really.
like, what about this? What about that?
Yeah.
We just don't, really. Like, I mean, we're both character designers. We both have a design sense. We both work professionally. And
Unless
if we
you mean,
really
like,
disagree,
story-wise.
we just create a second character.
Yeah.
Was his design different? Nope. It was the same.
Yeah, it was the same. He just had a different name.
And then eventually he was Miko and Miki's cousin.
Yeah.
With a little daughter, not a daughter, dude. With a, what's it called? Little sister.
Little sister. Help.
Maddie or Sophie? Which one
Sophie.
was it? Sophie.
Maddie is Tira's cousin.
And then Tira's cousin is named Maddie. I don't think we've designed Sophie.
No. But I imagine her to have brown hair. And green eyes. Kind of similar to Jake. This part's always the part where I'm like a little bit scared. There's nothing to be scared about. There we go. Does he have pointed ears or just regular? Okay, I guess regular ears. Pointed ears would be pretty cute on him, honestly.
Twox is gonna say, "Oh, you can give him pointed ears after you already draw the ears." I mean, you already drew the
I already
one,
drew
so.
one. Yeah.
Oh, pointed would be
Oops.
cool. Never mind.
Yeah, literally. He has both for being in. Oh, okay, got you. Well, I'll just do human. Well, he's half vampire. He can change forms. I don't know.
All right. I got a tinkle.
Okay.
And I gotta find me some kitties.
Kitties. Honestly, I'm having a lot of fun with this character right now. Okay. Ba-ba-da-ba. Nice. Not too long in the stream. Nice catching you guys at this time. Yeah. Do his ears depend on his mood? How do y'all draw hair so wavy and flowy? Oh, a lot of practice. I remembered specifically when I was a kid, because I loved drawing hair at the time. I mean, I still love drawing hair, but what I mean was like when I was like really trying to nail down stuff, I would look at my favorite artists who drew the hair that I wanted, and I would like literally just like try to like copy analyze and be like, okay, so the hair flows like this, and oh, I noticed that they do XYZ. They layer folds on not folds. They layer hair strands on top of each other, and it goes like in this direction. And then so you just try your best and just try it and just attempt it, and that's what I did a lot. And then naturally, as you draw a lot more, you draw a lot more hair. I challenge you to draw 100 hairstyles. 100 hairstyles. You know, you can do it like in whatever time period, but like if you do 100, I guarantee you that you'll have a better idea of drawing hair. You'll find the patterns of how hair likes to behave, and then you can do different types. You can be like, okay, 100 curly hairstyles, then 100 straight hairstyles, and then just do it. I almost gave Lao's character human ears. Funny. I'm going to draw 20 heads with hair? Sure, awesome. That'd be great. Yeah, like, you can't really get better at drawing a particular thing unless you draw it a bunch. That's it. It's very straightforward, thank goodness. But it is kind of hard to be like, oh man, do I really feel like drawing 20 hairstyles? Now for me, if you love drawing hair, it's no biggie. Be like, oh heck yeah, I'm in the playground. But if you told me to draw I don't know, 20 buildings, I'd be like, rip. But you still got to do it. You know, it's homework. Is it true that if you draw 30 minutes a day, you'll master some type of art skills? I would narrow it down to, are you just blindly drawing? And 30 minutes, I mean, like 30 minutes of good practice or 30 minutes is just drawing aimlessly? Because if you want to master something, you need to be focused on it. Like, you can't master drawing buildings if you never draw buildings, right? So like, and to me personally, if you want to master something, 30 minutes to me is not really that a lot of time.
I heard master something.
I said if you want to master something, 30 minutes is very little time.
Master? You're looking like 10,000 hours.
Yeah. It's not enough time in my opinion. Okay, got you. Thank you.
Like master, I'm talking like 10,000 hours of like, you don't need to master something to be able to do it relatively well, by the way. But if you're using the literal word of master, it's like you're looking at probably minimum 10,000 hours of dedicated, deliberate practice.
Yeah.
What would 10,000 hours be? Okay, so 10,000 hours divided by, how many days would it take if you practice half an hour a day? How many years would it take?
Maybe you could look it up on like Perplexity or something.
You'd need 20,000 days, right? Because if you're practicing half an hour a day, then it takes 2 days to get to 1 hour. 20,000 days? 54 years.
Yeah, so that's your answer.
But again, you don't need to master something to be able to do it proficiently.
Yeah.
But if we're using the word mastery, I'm going to use it as mastery. Like, you do not need to get to 10,000 hours in order to be able to do something relatively well.
Yeah.
I'm talking like people look up to you, professionals.
Like a Kim Jong-gi type.
Professionals. Well, Kim Jong-gi had he probably had like 30,000 hours or something. But professionals are looking up to you and going, dang, that person's good.
Yeah.
54 years, 0.7, so a little bit, almost 55 years without taking a day off. 30 if you're doing 30 minutes, if you want to get to 10,000 hours. So if I drew for 10 hours, if you draw for any amount, you'll probably be able to get good eventually. But I mean, I don't think 10,000. I don't know. I might have 10,000 hours of art in general. I don't know. Usually takes around 6,000 hours for someone to be able to get hired professionally. I've talked to a lot of people, a lot of my friends. And it's like, how long does it take to kind of get the foot in the door professionally? You're usually looking at 5,000 or 6,000 hours. You're rarely under 6,000.
I think for someone who has never drawn before, starting with 30 minutes a day for consistency is not that bad.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying you should. I'm just using the numbers that were used in chat.
Yeah. I think it just depends on the purpose. Because for me, that's too short. Like, I want to draw more than 30 minutes because I like drawing. Like, drawing, I can go hours and hours. Like, sometimes I will feel frustrated if I don't go a day without drawing.
Yeah.
Like I'll be like, oh, I want to draw.
If I haven't drawn for a day, I can tell.
Yeah.
And if I haven't drawn for, I don't know, 3 weeks, I need like 10 hours of practice just to get warmed up again.
Okay, so you got these buttons like this.
Bots to mute, partner in Psyche Art. I'm so happy. You like muting bots. Hey, Myth and Muse, how's it going?
Hey. All right, let me
How do you guys take care of your back with all the drawing? Have a chair that doesn't suck.
Yeah, that helps so much. Oh my gosh.
Christina uses a Herman Miller Aaron. Aaron or something. I don't remember how to pronounce it.
And actually,
I have a Secret Lab Titan.
Colton got me the Herman Miller when I started Art Center.
Yep.
Very sweet of him.
Definitely worth investing in a decent posture. Like if you're trying to become a professional artist, you should definitely take care of yourself.
Yeah. No shrimp posture.
Yeah, humans aren't really built to sit down, so you need good ergonomic chairs.
Yeah.
When you're young, it doesn't matter as much. I love Key and Peele. Dude, they got some really funny stuff. On my last day of school, because of noisy people and no music. And me on... Oh, okay, there we go. I was like, where does the me fit into that sentence? Oh, it's there. Like, Christina and I have streamed so much over the last 2 years. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised if we had a couple thousand hours of streaming already.
Yeah.
Okay, what?
What? What just happened?
I don't know. Our music page just reloaded for some reason. I don't know what song we were on. I don't even know what it was called.
I'm very fortunate to live a lifestyle that allows me to draw every day.
Yeah. Definitely very fortunate. You know, a combination of luck and very intentional planning.
Yes. Okay, partner, looking good. Looking good. All right. Time to do some watercolor.
Do you have any advice on how to avoid perfectionism? Generally speaking, the way that schools get their students to avoid perfectionism is by assigning a larger quantity of work, and the students are forced to focus less on each individual piece. That's how schools solve it, in my experience. It works. I mean, I can tell you for sure right now, doing 1,000 anime heads has absolutely helped me not focus as much on perfectionism.
Yeah, because you got to do so many.
Will Weston, one of the great figure drawing teachers of our time, is always saying it's the quantity, not the quality, that will make you good. You simply do your best on every one and do a lot of quantity. Draw 7 of every drawing.
All right.
Where can I sign up for your guys' online art classes if you have one? You can check it out here on our linky, drawanime.com. It is on 20% off right now. That's the yellow button, the Anime Art School. Make sure you use the code SUMMER at checkout.
Yes. We don't draw specific character requests. And if you spam, we might mute you, so careful.
Y'all. And it is a foundation school, by the way. So
Yes.
it's like a college. So you're going in and you're learning anatomy, proportion, the muscles, figure drawing, a process, a very specific process. You're learning clothing and costume drawing, the 7 basic folds, tension and compression. It's very large. It's a year-long program. It's literally like a college. How much? With the code, it is $397. And you get it forever. It's self-paced. It is built to be a very flexible program.
Yes.
the most flexible we could make it. You own it forever. You go through at your own pace, and you can rewatch any of the videos as many times as you want. All the homework is there for you.
Gotta find this.
What age do you guys accept? I mean, with your parents' permission, I don't really care. Someone bought our school, and they were going through it with their 9-year-old.
Yep.
Together. It was really cute. Do you like alcohol markers? Oh my gosh, does she ever, dude?
Oh my gosh, I love them. I loved them ever since I started first using them as a teenager, and I was so happy with these markers. These are the Ohuhu markers that I'm currently using. They just come out so smooth. It's just amazing.
Yeah, there's no strict age requirement. It is online. It's recorded. It's completely self-paced. You can go through it an unlimited number of times. What kind of paper are you using? Hot pressed?
Hot pressed Arches watercolor paper.
These markers are the ones that Ohuhu sent us for free, by the way.
Yeah. They work so well.
Yeah, they're really cool.
And they work really well with watercolor too.
Interesting. Where are you putting the light source? Oh, I was just wondering because I was watching you draw it, and I'm like, oh, it's interesting that she colored in the tops of the knuckles.
I mean, technically, it's more like a frontal lighting, but I just wanted to show like some kind of form change and use the white of the paper to show this kind of stuff. I find that the question.
I was just wondering. I didn't mean anything by it.
And I'm like,
because I noticed that you lit the back of that hand.
Yeah.
So it's almost like he has a light coming from the left
Yeah.
and the right for
Oops.
his hands, but on his face it's coming from above. A little bit on
Yeah.
the right.
yeah.
It's interesting. I think it looks good. I'm just wondering.
Thank you.
Because I'm
Low-key panic a little.
actually trying to get better at drawing anime, so I'm like, oh, what made you make that decision? So I can know. I was genuinely trying to figure out how to do better at my own art by asking about your art.
It's so funny because I was like, I low-key panicked a little bit because I'm like, oh crap, I didn't really think about it. I kind of just went by on autopilot. I guess I would say if I were to keep this consistent, it's coming from like top slightly right, but it's very diffused.
Is it?
I would say, but I'm gonna be adding more like lights. It's not gonna be pure white. It's gonna be like slightly lighter in these gaps in here.
Are you coloring this the same way you would if it's being done in oil?
No.
No.
No way. No way.
I mean,
oil.
the process would be completely different. Like Alla Prima.
It'd be very, very different.
Especially the process.
Yeah.
Fox says it's white and black, but I don't mind gray. I don't know what that means, though, because I wasn't paying attention. Do y'all ever do oil? Yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes. See, like, look. I added a little gradient with the watercolor, and it looks really pretty. Looks so pretty and smooth. All right. White and gray. It's white and black, but I don't mind gray. For
What is white and black?
The only thing I remember is his hair. If it was done in oil, I would start a completely different way. Especially if it was alla prima. So let's use a kind of a slightly bluish tone for his hair. And I'll make it very light.
I never thought about mixing alcohol markers and watercolor. That's such a good idea.
It's great.
She honestly grabbed whatever she has on hand.
Yeah, I do.
Like she didn't go, oh, what if I mixed alcohol markers and watercolor? She's just like, I have them sitting next to me, so I will try.
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of all we have here. We have the acrylic markers, alcohol markers, watercolor.
But another thing is that they work very similarly if you know how to use them. Like watercolor can actually kind of respond like markers, and so I just use that similar texture medium to my advantage.
Can't find any good watercolors. This is the Art Pop.
Art Pop.
Art Pop 24 set if you're interested in the one she's using. But there's a lot of good watercolors out there. You don't have to demonstrate a description would be enough. How would you connect legs to torso? Connect them at the 3-finger gap.
Yeah. Colton will show a little bit of a demonstration soon.
Well, I mean, it depends on what body type you're doing. I guess I could do like a body type like this.
Okay, does he have like black tips? Yes. Sort of. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna color this as if there was no red on top. Just gonna color that. And this. And then once it dries, I'll add marker on top.
There we go. So like, if this is the box of the hip, like the pelvis box, like this, you'd come down a little bit, and this right here would be called the 3-finger gap.
Because it's 3 fingers wide.
Yes, that is a part of your pelvis. The front, what is it, iliac crest? Or, I don't remember exactly. That's like really long name.
Yeah.
And then your legs connect below that. Like this. Kind of like that. This would be the 3-finger gap right here.
I like to study dynamic lighting, but I find it overwhelming. Any tips on coloring with 2 light sources? Find your primary light and your secondary light if there's 2. There should generally be a main light that lights everything, and it's in a certain direction, and then another light that's like an accent.
Yeah, the main light's called a key light.
Yeah.
Think in terms of a photographer. Key, fill, right? Primary light, key light, fill light, rim light. Like you could do a 3-point lighting setup, but you're generally going to have a main primary light.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not really the body artist of the two of us, but you know, I'm learning.
Oh yeah. Pink. I'm just gonna go through pink.
The hair thing, I said I don't mind if you make it dark or tinted more.
Okay.
Do you teach different kinds of art styles? We don't focus a lot on style. We focus mostly on foundation. Foundation is the underlying stuff beneath style that all of the artists speak. It's like a language. So perspective is perspective. You know, figure drawing is figure drawing. Design is design. Color theory is color theory. And then how far you want to push or distort those is up to you. But we focus mostly on foundation.
Now he's not so monochrome anymore. There you go. Then it's time to add this deep red.
Like that's what our whole school is about. It's a really good idea. Like if you want to go far with art, it's a really, really, really good idea to go and learn those basic foundations. It's like if you want to speak, your whole life, you should probably learn the alphabet and sentence structure and stuff. Luckily, we learn them as kids. But with art, it works very similarly, except we don't learn it as kids. So you have to come in later and learn those those fundamentals of the language of visual communication. I wish they taught it in school.
We would have been goated artists.
Dude, if they taught art in school like they teach math or language, everybody would be a master.
Oh, for sure. For sure. Everybody would be so fluent in art.
Yeah, it's like you're fluent in English or you're fluent in your language. You would be just as fluent in drawing. Imagine that, dude. That'd be crazy. If they have you take art foundation classes just as like, you know, like people learn a second language growing up, so they'll speak 2 languages. Imagine if that second language was like art.
That'd be so cool.
But they don't, so that's why we're here.
I mean, a lot of the time when you're raised in school, people are always thinking of art as a talent thing, like, oh, it's a luck thing. So that's why it doesn't get taught that much.
Mm-hmm.
Or like there's just a misconception.
I don't know what song that was in the past.
And I'll add a little bit of extra dark in the scalp. Okay. So now it's time to do his outfit.
Bum, 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 bum.
Oops. You know, I just realized Partner's kind of like a male Miki. I drew him very similarly to Miki.
I wish I could unhear things.
I thought that would be a compliment.
The only thing about Miki I need in my head is more Miki. It's funny though.
Mischievous.
I thought he was like a
Cute.
vampire lord or something.
No,
I don't know
think he's
anything
a
about Partner, dude. Like, what? So it's like he's like some assassin or something.
Yeah.
Wait, Fox doesn't make a lot of art that's like lore art. She just does like fan art of them.
That's me with Ray, honestly.
Well, you do. You have a number of
Of lore, some lore.
I mean,
pieces.
even the one you just made.
That's true.
Do you have like lore art, Fox? Like illustrations and stuff? Of actual like story stuff? Not really. See what I'm saying?
All I remember is Psyche is the one that found Partner, and now she's loyal to him. No, now he's loyal to her because she saved his life or something. That's all I remember, kind of. And I know that he's a vampire.
She says it's the opposite.
Oh, it's the opposite.
So Psyche got saved.
So
by
Psyche got saved
Partner.
by Partner. Okay, and now
This is
she's loyal to
interesting.
him. Ah, okay.
How do you not quit on art? I just so close to drawing art, but then I just got bad and I need help. That's a pretty common question. I would say try to focus less on the result and more on the process and enjoying the act of creating. Like, focus more on self-expression. It has to do with tying your emotional state to things that are outside of your control. So if your emotions are dictated by something that you can't control, then you're just going to kind of get thrown all over the place. So something you cannot control is how good your artwork turns out. You do your best, but what happens, happens. So like, if you... We talked about this earlier on stream, but if you treat showing up as a win, then every time you show up, that's a win. And that's something that's under your control. If you only celebrate when you make an amazing artwork, then you're kind of just only celebrating when you happen to make an amazing artwork.
And it's kind of an unfair thing to do to
And
yourself.
you will definitely unfairly gauge your art because people tend to be very self-critical. So it's like you're at a disadvantage, like rolling with disadvantage, whether you're depressed or not on your art. It's very, very unfair. People treat themselves very unfairly when it comes to art. They don't give themselves the time that they need. They don't give themselves the grace that they need. And then they go, oh, my artwork didn't turn out. This sucks. I hate it. It's hard to not do that, but that's like why it happens. Why don't you stream on Purple app? I don't know. We just don't.
It'd be a lot of work for Colton to manage 3 different chats.
I don't feel like having a third stream running.
Third stream children. I'm kidding. I feel like he'd do good with some black down in here. There we go. And then green eyes for Psyche. But we got we're backed up on messages. This is not good. Okay, no, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's a lot of water. Okay. We're saved. I want to add some kind of darker element somewhere else. It's very light right now. I may need to add some shadows in the doll. That was a bit too dark. The good thing about watercolor is that for some time, like, you have a brief window of time where you can actually fix, like, oh, if you went too dark, you could just, like, get some water and remove some of the pigment. That's what I really like about watercolor. Other times, it's like, it's so frustrating. That's fine. Let me add a little bit of this in here. In fact, I kind of treat a lot of my watercolors very similar to how I treat, like, coloring Roblox drawings. It's actually kind of interesting. Can I ask you something? Sure, just ask away. His vest could be dark and the bottom of his hair. Yeah, let's do that. Let's add some darkness in the bottom of his hair.
Do real life colors generally lean towards desaturated colors? Well, they don't go super lime green. There's a lot of digital colors that are kind of impossible colors, like you don't get them in nature. But not necessarily.
It also depends on the environment.
Yeah, it really does depend on the environment and the colors.
You can paint it in any color like you can paint things in any color combination you want. And the colors aren't really the thing that makes things look realistic. Like, for example, you can put on a pair of red glasses and the red glasses will turn everything super, super vibrantly saturated red. You'll still be able to tell it's real life. Like, it doesn't look like a video game. It's like the contrast and the proportions are what makes things look real, not necessarily the colors.
Yep, that definitely needed to happen. That's much better now.
What's up?
I need to make his vest dark.
Oh.
Or I put a dark vest somewhere. Yeah, it's cuter that way. What watercolor brand are you using? This is Art Pop. Art Pop watercolors. Add a little bit of blush here.
I just see message after message after message of Christina going, or not Christina, Fox going, share the 2 lines of lore, and then I scroll up. Colton, read up. Partner found Psyche. Psyche hated him at first. Okay.
But why would he hate such a? Why would she hate such a cinema roll like him? Nah, he probably bothers her too much. Initially, okay. I need to darken his line work, and then this, and then add a little bit of fun motifs in the background. Then he'll be done. Honestly, this one went by a lot faster than I thought. So the next watercolor that I'm going to do is Rowan's, and then Lindsay still has to send me her character to do, which I have not gotten yet.
Oh, so this one's inverse to the other one. Look.
Yeah, it is inverse. Although I should have placed Psyche on the other side to make them like kind of matching, but I didn't think that far. I just thought it'd be cute to have her here. Gonna add a little bit of darkness. Need more shadows down here. There we go. This one's done so cutely. I'm pretty proud of myself, honestly. Good job, me. Also, guys, compliment yourselves. If you find that you are always burned out about like, oh my gosh, I can't draw well, it's probably because you're not complimenting yourself enough. So like when you feel like you actually did a pretty good job at handling something, be like, yeah, good job, me. Do you use reference? I did not use reference for this one, but I mean, I kind of use partial reference. But yeah, I do use reference. Vampires are fae. Fae is a term for anything magical but human, basically. Okay, gotcha. Like a magical human. How do you draw female torso? I've been trying hard, yet their body is stiff, nor lack of detail. Do a lot of gesture drawing to help with that. A lot of female bodies have a lot of curves, so if you're using too many straight lines, if you're using too many straight lines, then it tends to be stiff. Emphasize more of the curvature. Also emphasize the waist. Like, does there, like, of course, this depends on the person. If you have a body type that's very rectangular, still add some form of curvature, like some kind of like dip in the waist and larger hips if you want it more feminine. Other times you have a very narrow waist and very large hips and very large broad shoulders. That can also be a thing, you know? It can be like two intersecting triangles, but not always. You can start with that and then gradually like move away from it. If that's what you want. I have a video on how to draw bodies. It does cover the female figure as well. Draw Anime Academy on YT or YouTube. It's called How to Draw Bodies. I do a male and a female figure from start to finish. And you can check that out if you want. But like generally it's like you're looking at traditionally female figures will tend to have more hourglass shapes. But of course, if you don't want it that way, then you can change the hourglass shape to be a bit different. All right, let me think of what little outline thingy I want to put in. I want to put a little bit of violet. Yeah, we'll do that. And then we'll do this. Little bats. Ew. Little bats here. here. And then, a little bit of aura.
Bum, 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 bum,
I'll do a little heart.
bum, bum, bum.
There
I'll
we
be
go.
back.
Okay. She was raised to to not like or trust Faye, so she was like, bro, no, go away. He's so annoying. Oh, that's okay. I got you. I got you. Honestly, I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. Let's see. Partner. Just make sure it's all dry. I like how his name is just partner, and then that's it. There we go. Need to draw him more? I think you should. I need help with OC creation. In what terms? Do you mean like what ideas? For me, the way how I like to create OCs is sometimes just like thinking about an archetype. And gradually, like you'll start getting more attached to a character the more you draw them and the more you spend time with them. So when I first created Rey, she was very different in her very first design. I mean, like she still had a vibe of like, she's kind of... My initial idea was I wanted someone who was cool that could fight and she looked awesome. So that was like the original vibe that I wanted to go for. And then so I designed her kind of like a sci-fi style. And then later on, you know, the more you spend time with your character, the more it evolves. So expect that her design or their design will change over time based on your tastes. So now she's this kind of like grungy, kind of bar fighter type character that is very troubled. And it just evolves over time. And then you'll generally get their aesthetics overall. Let me think. Mind blown on the hip? Yeah. It's really, really good. Alright, let's clean up a little bit. The real reason I call him partner is because he didn't have a name for a year and that became it. Yeah, exactly. Although I feel like he could have like a Latin name. Something kind of cutesy, but like short. One second. Oh, Leonhardt. I mean, that could be cool. Leon. Of course, Fox. I wonder if Lau is still here to see this. What is this? A hat? Whatever. Where are you? I wonder if he's back yet. I guess I'll just doodle in the meantime while I wait. I have actually been trying to nail down Tira's hair because Colton was trying to draw Tira for his challenge and he was asking me like, oh, how do you draw Tira? And I'm like, I don't know. I just draw her by memory. And a lot of the time her hair is very... I draw her hair in a very distinct way. So... There he goes. I was just asking where you were.
You're done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Working.
Oh, you're working? Okay. I'm finished with partner.
Wow, look at this. Thank you very much. I'll hang this up right away. See ya.
No, that's for you can't do that. And use characters, Yuzuki, and she's like the sweetest OC I have. That's good. Oh, brother, get back here. Oh, brother. Personal hair tut, please. Yeah, sure. I'll only do one, though. If I feel like it. If I feel like the hairstyle is fun, maybe I'll do a little tutorial. They're in the closet. They're in that closet. I think there's one left.
One sleeve, bro?
Yeah.
Fox got lucky.
Yep, Fox got very lucky.
He was about to get a wrinkled paper in the mail.
Oh, no. You ordered more, did you? How long have y'all been dating? We've been married for almost 6 years.
Look at what I got.
Woo! Yay!
Now it's nice and safe.
It's nice and safe and pretty.
Guess we need another watercolor. Personal hair tut. Ba.
More about June's hairstyle, please. Yeah, I can do that. The Hime cut. So the front part is bangs, straight bangs like this. And I tend to make them a little bit wider so it spreads out around her face a little bit more. And then her hair vents are not like this. Although that could be kind of cute. It's actually a little bit smaller. They're like this, but longer. They're like this kind of strand, but longer. And then they generally, I like to kind of put them like around here. And I like to push this out more. Like that. So that's like a Hime cut. And then the back of her head is pretty straightforward, like it's straight hair.
Wait, what were they asking about?
June hair. Well, Master Magic was asking about June, but I didn't know the other request.
Mm-hmm.
So that
I drew
that
a
is
lot of
June's
June
hair.
recently.
And I like to split this strand into like a small strand and a large strand like that. And then I'll occasionally add like little things here and there. There we go. There's June's hair. This is not Photoshop. This is Procreate. So if those sides of her hair were behind her ears, how would you make the bangs look like not a box? You mean the Hime cut bangs? I mean, I generally wouldn't put them behind her ear because that's not really the hairstyle. But if you needed to, just draw the ear in front and then just tuck it behind. Like that. And just keep the hair strand short. But I prefer keeping the Hime cut over the ear.
Yeah, it wouldn't really be a Hime anymore.
It wouldn't be a Hime anymore, yeah. So I like keeping it like this. Most of my guidelines end up looking like this. And then afterwards I erase them. That is cute though. I can imagine June with short hair, like a Fubuki. That'd be really cute. Can you do Buns hair? Buns? Look at Sailor Moon. It's just a sphere with wrapping lines around it. So like you can have like a really you have a really round bun that has a lot of tightly wound hair strands like this. Let me think. Kind of make it like a yarn ball. Oop. And then cross it over, you got one bun. You can also have buns that are more like oblong in shape like this. And then you can decide like, oh, do I want it to be like, do I want the hair to be wrapping around like a little bean bag?
About this kind of thing.
Oh, that's so cute. That is really, really cute. You should show that. That's like a June when she's a kid hairstyle.
Like that sort of thing.
That's perfect.
Although this is not. This is not it.
You might need to move it over to the right. Yeah,
There
like
we go.
that.
It just wasn't in perspective.
Oh. It's cute. Mm. 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 As much as I love Sailor Moon's hair, I never really understood how the pigtails got in here. Like maybe there's like a separate pigtail and then they just wrap the pigtail around with a bun like this.
Anime.
Anime, yeah, anime logic. I remember drawing Sailor Moon so many times as a kid. I don't think there's any other character that has this kind of hairstyle that... I don't know. I think Sailor Moon is the one that rocks this hairstyle the most. Well, aside from Mei Ling from Cardcaptor. I have these hair, this kind of highlight. There we go. Pull up the watercolor, sure. Full Moon Osagoshite Mitsuki is similar. She has like corkscrew tails, like Teto hair. Tori, gotta see, sure. How many OCs do you have? Good amount.
At least 16.
Yeah, at least 16. That looks really nice, Colton. Her shinies look like Stickman. You know, they kind of do. Here's the head. Here's the body. Kind of do, actually. And they have these little dots for blush or something like that. I noticed a lot of artists use blush just to show form of the face. Like when they're drawing like a side profile, for example. They'll go like this. And then they'll draw, instead of drawing the blush like this, they'll go in perspective. They'll be like, I know that the plane of my head is like this. So I'm going to draw the blush going in this direction.
It's like hatching.
It is like hatching.
Like hatching form. It's like there's the plane. It's like...
Actually, the Full Moon's character, she also has buns. Never mind. She has it in her blonde form. Oh, yeah, that's exactly it. Did you guys go live yesterday? Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I ask if are shadow and light on subject and overall shadow and light are different? Wait, hold on. Are shadow and light on a subject different than overall shadow and light?
I don't know what you mean. What can I...
Like, what do you mean by overall light? Because a subject can't be lit unless there is light. That makes sense. Oh, I see. Okay. Tori sent me this. How Sailor Moon's hair is made. Interesting.
The more you know.
Mm-hmm. How do I join the Discord? You can go to this site. Right in here. And that's where you find it.
It's kind of like a June.
Yeah.
But the problem is I'm working on my 25 tiras, and now I just drew a June.
That's okay. You could just add her to the June pile.
But I'm gonna have to renumber all the... My numbers will be off because they're at order.
Oh, well, I guess you could just have to... I don't know.
I'm just gonna have to not count this one.
Yeah. How do you avoid making the head bigger than the body?
Don't make the head bigger than the
Don't make
body.
the head bigger than the body.
I don't really know.
I mean, assuming if your head is like this big and your body's like this, there's obviously something wrong.
Yeah.
I
don't really know.
I mean, the quickest way if you're doing digitally is just to resize. Like, I mean, this will cook your drawing, but like I would just restart. But like you
Mark
could do
out
it like that.
proportions.
Yeah, you can mark out proportions.
You know, you go like you just make a stick man in the beginning, and you're like upper body, whatever, lower body. Legs.
Arms.
Arms. You can work with that. You can just draw over it again.
Mm-hmm. So the shoulders is like 3 heads next to each other, and the middle is the actual head if that's it.
No,
Not necessarily.
There's different proportions.
Mm-hmm. If your head is bigger, it's going to take up less space. Or, the head's going to take up more space on the chest. I would go by hand measurement. So measure your hand against your head. That's like a general good guide for hand length. And then use that for the clavicle.
Like you could have the head this big if it's a kid.
Yeah, and it will still
You
look
could
good
have the head this big.
for an adult.
Yeah, like an 8-head figure or something. You could have the head this big.
I mean, if you want, if you find that it's easier to draw the body first and then add the head, that way you can help avoid making the head bigger than the body. That's another way to do it. Meow, 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 meow.
Like you can work with like a little mannequin or something.
Can you give me tips? I'm a fast learner. Well, we'll see. What tips do you want? Having a hard time on stylization because every time I do it, it looks ugly. Any tips? Stylization is basically how do you simplify the fundamentals. Like, stylization isn't just like doing things cartoony for cartoony's sake. It's like, how are you simplifying light and shadow? How are you simplifying proportions? That's stylization. And stylization, to make it look pretty, also has to do with design. So there's a lot of layered information, if that makes sense. It's not like this kind of... I can't really answer it in a one-size-fits-all type way. I would say if you want your stylization to look prettier, learn the fundamentals. Learn how proportions are on a realistic body. Learn form drawing, learn proper lighting and shadow, and then you'll be able to morph those later on. Are you guys doing teaching/anatomy stream today? We were doing a watercolor stream earlier, and then we're kind of just doodling. But I'm kind of answering some questions here and there. How do I learn how to draw clothes to a body? Draw the body first. Draw the body first. Really helps a lot. And then however the body is posed will help with how you manage the folds. But I would do a lot of clothing studies with the body underneath like this. Helps me a lot. I do this almost constantly. And then you're like, okay, well how does, like, let's say if I'm drawing a shirt on top of this mannequin. Hold on one second. How does it drape over? And of course have your reference available, because you're like, well, how do I have a reference that mimics the pose that you're drawing, and then see how the folds respond. So I've drawn this kind of outfit many times, like this kind of scenario. So I know that tension point. I know that the fold will stretch across the shirt like this, and it will have this pattern. And then these folds will travel around the sleeve like this. And I'm using my mannequin or my body underneath to help me guide those folds.
It's like a perspective grid. It's like a 3D...
Yeah.
It's like a perspective grid that is actually what you're drawing.
Mm-hmm.
The subject matter. And then like that shirt will like pop out. You get like a flip. Like that. Once again, if I needed to be more accurate, I would have to have an actual reference, but I've drawn this so many times that I can get it generally in a decent direction. But like this is what tends to happen in this kind of scenario. And then you draw this over and over again, and then you'll find patterns. Third time in the live. Awesome. Welcome. You guys have a link to the Discord besides the website? It's not working? Yeah, on the back of the page.
Yes.
Crap, what do I do with this June head now?
I don't know, put it on a different file, like after you do the rest of the heads, I guess. Just count it. Just put it in there.
Yeah, like you can see, form drawing is so important. Ooh. I added dimension to this.
So cute.
Like, you can add dimension to these things by adding a wrapping line in the form of, like, a seam line.
Struggle learn on drawing, like, what pose or anatomy and what to start with. Like, do you mean, like, what to start with when starting with any pose? I have a video on that. Draw Anime Academy on YouTube. It's called How to Draw Bodies. That's the video, and I talk about my starting point. Most of the time, I'll start with bodies that look like this, and it can be very simple. So this establishes a bit of gesture and a bit of proportion. So a lot of time, my legs will be just curves. My torso will be this shape, and my arms will also be curves like this. And so this helps me to think, oh, do I want is my legs a little bit longer or shorter in comparison to my reference? And then afterwards, I then basically put more on top of it. So like, I don't ignore this, I then add more. So I'm like, okay, well, this is the angle where this arm is coming out. So it turns into a cylinder. And you're refining each step of the way. This is not the best pose, of course, but like, this is literally how I do it. I teach a lot of this stuff in our school. So like, you have assignments and stuff for it, but this is generally how I would start, and then I can always adjust at every stage. That's what I do. What about tight clothes? It's the same concept. It's just more form-fitting. And with tight clothes, let's say if we're doing it on a girl, you'll generally see a lot of very stretched folds like this, like very, very horizontal folds, or you'll see this. So if it's like a very tight shirt, you'll see a lot of thin folds that really wrap around tightly around the body like this. So now it feels tight, right? But if it's like baggy, you'll get a lot of overlap. I watch late, I want to learn. This stream is actually on our YouTube channel as well. Like, we're also streaming there, and they are saved there as well. So you can search up all of our other streams and our videos on our YouTube channel if you want to watch back to all the times where I did these drawings. Although I didn't really do a lot of tutorial stuff, it's just I'm kind of answering questions here and there. These are also helpful. Thank you very much. Brush name. This brush you can get under Discord. It's on like a resource thingy, resource channel. You can go to get it here. But I have another brush that you can get for free. It's also on this site, drawanime.com. It's a Google Drive download.
Bum, bum, bum.
Here's the invite.
Bum, bum, bum.
So this I think you paste in the Discord app. Meow, meow. Whenever I draw clothes, I feel like I add too many folds in the clothing and it doesn't look right.
Probably.
Probably.
Think about the main areas of tension and compression.
Yeah.
Drawing things, you usually need to add a lot less than you think you do. I would study animation, like Avatar: The Last Airbender, Legend of Korra. Study how they do folds, because they usually only add the very essentials because they have to animate so many frames.
Yeah.
And it has to be very readable when characters are moving quickly. So they'll usually only add the absolute essentials.
I would say, like, what kind of folds give you the most bang for your buck? Like, is it really necessary to draw every single fold in the sleeve, or is it just better to just show like, okay, well, here's the general direction this fold is going? Or like, oh, well, I really want to show the importance of this form of this collar overlapping over the neck, so like that's something I want to show. And then you pick and choose. For me here, like if I'm drawing like someone who has their shirt tucked into their skirt, there's going to be tension in the chest right here. And then I'm not going to add every single line because I can just show the same suction, like tucking in motion with just one or two, and that's it, right? And occasionally, you know, if you want like a button up, you can use that button up to show the form of the chest, and then that will solve that problem. And then after that, everything else can be simple, right? You don't need to show everything. You can choose how much you want to show or not. You can put this invite, I think, in the Discord thing. I think it's called add servers or something.
Yeah, you go to your Discord, you hit the plus sign in the section where the server is, and then you paste this
into that empty place, or you just type that into your browser, discord.gg/MikiBiki,
Yeah.
and it'll take you there. I think it's like automatically will redirect you there. I'm ready to wrap up whenever,
Yeah.
by the way.
I'm ready to wrap up, honestly. I'm
Just
kind of a little
on
bit
Jira.
tired, but it's really fun to do this. Let's see. Work on a comic. Do you guys have any tips? Storytelling. What I mean is, if you're gonna work on a comic, you're doing multiple skills. You're doing drawing and composition and storytelling. It's not so much about the art, because you can look at One Punch Man. Bad art, but really good story, and it got viral because of it. I think it got viral because of the bad art too, because it's really funny looking. Is ambient light and reflective light both different? Because I
Yeah.
always see light and light on shadows.
Yeah, I mean, ambient light is like, I mean, it could be the same. It sounds like overthinking. Like, I would just do studies, do still lifes, paint from real life. It's like, they could be different, they could be the same thing, it doesn't really matter. Like, it is the fill. It's like fill. There's the primary light source, and then there's light coming from other areas. Like, out in space, there's no ambient light, so all the shadows are black.
Yeah.
If there is no ambient light, the shadows are black. If there is ambient light, then that is what fills the shadows.
Reflective light also just tends to happen because things things bounce light. That's kind of the nature of certain things that are more
Yeah.
reflective. Like skin on like a shirt will naturally bounce light onto the shirt, like even in a shadow area, but it's not going to be very powerful. It's just going to be like a subtle light. But it should not be like seen as the primary, if that makes sense. Do you do your commission work on iPad Procreate or on another device or app? I do it on my computer. This app is not free. It is Procreate. It's a great program. It's a one-time payment, but it's like really cheap. Unless you consider $12 like expensive.
$12 is super cheap.
Yeah, it is very, very cheap. I don't know if I'll do any curly hair tutorials right now. We're probably about to wrap up real soon. If you want, I do have a video called How to Draw. I think it's like How to Draw Hair. I cover like afros and curly hair and stuff. So let me look. Draw Anime Academy. So if you look on our channel, it's this. Videos. And it is right here. Hair drawing tips you wish you knew earlier. That is where I cover the basics of how to draw hair.
This is Audible.
Why did I have that come on?
That's funny. Is there better apps than Procreate to get optimal results? Not necessarily.
I didn't even press anything and it came on.
Interesting.
Tweaking computer. This is Audible. I was listening to Operation Bounce House. Really good. Very interesting.
If you want a more powerful program for like modifying things like images, Photoshop can work well. A lot of people use Clip Studio for illustration work, and it's pretty good. And it's a good program to work with.
Yeah. Jira's hair is hard to nail.
It is.
It's much harder than June.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess June would be harder for some people, but because I have really strong perspective foundation, June's way easier. Tira's a lot more like, it is what it is.
Yeah,
You know?
it go with the flow type thing.
June's hair is in perspective, and I can draw it relatively easily.
Yeah.
Tira's hair is very all over the place, so it's more of design.
Yeah.
It's funny how that works, because a lot of people would find June's hair harder.
That's true.
I think the majority of people would find June's hair harder because it's like specifically in perspective.
Yeah. Let me think. How do I draw Tira's hair anyways? I tend to start with the inner side, like this, and see how it frames the face. And then I will add thickness. And I tend to like make this part thicker and this part thinner like this.
You go like, so you...
I tend to draw her hair like that.
Like that?
Yeah. And so there's this large chunk and then it flips
Interesting.
like that.
I kind of got it.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. You like really...
I really
We'll
push it
turn
out.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you go like that.
And then this strand turns and flips like a little ribbon.
Like that one.
Yeah. Like, I feel like with Tira's hair, you might need to go more extreme with your curves.
So you flip it way up there.
Yeah.
I don't want to draw Tira exactly the same way that you do.
Right.
I'm just kind of studying how you do it. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm not particularly interested in developing the same like style as you,
absolutely.
but I do really want to learn how you draw her hair.
Mm-hmm. How do you guys draw 3/4 profiles so easily? A lot of practice, but also with proper reference. You can literally, you can turn it like this, and you do studies. I do this all the time, where I'm looking at people who draw 3/4, and I'm like, oh, how do they do it? How do you break it down? You can do the same thing with head models. And then you just do it over and over and over and over again, and then you'll be able to do it much more fluidly. By the way, you can get these on our TikTok shop. These are head reference models that we made ourselves, and we use them ourselves as well.
Yeah, I use them all the time.
And they come with a free class. So I definitely cover 3/4 angles in that little class. How do you do line art for semi-realistic? That is completely up to you. You can go... There's no like one way to do it because everybody does it differently. If you want more line art heavy stuff, then practice drawing a bunch of lines and finding artists that have the particular style that you want. Some artists like to paint and do line work, so like they'll have a line work but then they'll literally paint over it. That's what happens a lot too. Do you guys ship your head worldwide? No. It's only for the States right now, because that's how TikTok Shop works.
Honestly, what I'm probably going to be doing tonight is I'm going to work on my Tira heads and listen to the book. That's
a great idea.
That's
That
what's
sounds like
on
a
the
great night.
agenda for tonight.
That sounds great. Do you guys have any advice for keeping people simplistic from afar, not without them not looking accurate? I would nail down proportions first. Like, people from afar is just the same process, but you're just like adding less detail. So like when I draw someone from afar, they may just look like this. They may just be like silhouettes. And what I look for is, okay, what's their general pose? What's the general perspective that they're in? And should I just like only just add some subtle things like, okay, make sure my proportions are right. Here's the top of the head. Here's the bottom of the feet. Is the pelvis about halfway? I look for those things. And then if you're going to add clothes on them, then everything should not be very, like, just don't put a lot of detail. Just, like, put the most important things. Like, oh, here's where the sleeve is. Here's where the shirt ends. And then here's the pants. And then your brain will fill in the rest.
Yeah. You have to understand the hierarchy of, like, what's important. Like, what are the essential components of the thing that you're drawing?
Yeah.
And you rank them in order of importance. Like, a seam line is relatively important. The separation from the shirt to the pants is relatively important if the person is wearing clothes where the shirt is a different color than the pants. If they're wearing overalls or a jumpsuit, it's not as important.
Yeah.
It's like you remove the amount of detail accordingly, but you remove it in order of least important to most important. As you get further and further away, less important things are... It's like LODs in video games, if anybody has a game design degree or anything.
Do you guys
It's like simplified. What?
Yeah. Do you guys have a video for side profiles? Yeah, it's on our TikTok. I have a few TikTok videos on it. The brush you can get on our Discord. But there's also another brush that you can get on our website. But you can get it here. It's on the resources channel. I teach a lot of this kind of stuff in our anime art school. So if you are wanting to draw your characters from imagination and backgrounds, we teach you everything from start to finish. And it's like really, really good. We basically give you assignments that actually help you improve in a relatively, I would say, fast time frame. Like, you'll be improving a lot if you've never drawn before. No, this is not. If you're talking about the brush is free, yes. This is not free, though. Our OCs are on our Discord as well. There's in character references. But if you want to know what Tira looks like, I'll just do another drawing on her over here. This is what she looks like in a side view. Blonde, fair skin, or kind of slightly tan skin, actually. Let me find a better image. This one's pretty good. This is what she looks like. How many years it took you guys to become very talented in this? Took many years. It's a lot of years of hard work, you know. Taking classes. We take a lot of classes. We're actually signed up for a Will Weston figure drawing class because we gotta brush up on those skills, right? Actually later this summer, which I'm really excited for. And then you just keep on drawing, and years? I don't know. I feel like I should be better than I am right now. Sometimes. Like, I think I started getting serious in 2016. So what, that's like, what, almost 10 years now? But the majority of my learning was in 2019 when I was in Art Center. The bulk of like my perspective class and figure drawing classes I learned there.
I mean, you got good because you illustrated 2 books as well.
That's a really good point too. That's a really good point.
And you've also taught a bunch of figure drawing classes. I would say that's probably did a bigger thing than Art Center did.
But you are just 10 in 2016. What?
What are you talking about?
I'm gonna be 26 this year, bro.
Sometimes I forget how young people are on TikTok.
Yeah, same.
TikTok chat is filled with a very young demographic.
That's true. Hey, Cyber.
Hello.
How to practice certain art style if you're still a beginner?
Focus on foundation.
Yes. Know the language that the artist is drawing, I guess, or speaking. If you don't know the language and you're like a fresh beginner, it's going to be very difficult to just do a style. Like, I mean, yeah, you can try. I mean, who doesn't, you know? I've done a lot of Sailor Moon studies. I've done a lot of my favorite shows just because I thought it was fun.
You were born 2003. Oh. Interesting. So you're 16. I'm kidding. Did I wish I was 16?
Yeah, honestly. How do I start studying art without dropping it? I'm a self-taught artist and I keep dropping studies. Include a bit of, for me personally, what helps me a lot is I include some personal touches in the studies. Like, I will turn a study into my own character.
22. Yeah.
Nice.
Time so far, I'm ready to wrap up about 20 minutes ago. Yeah. But I managed to squeeze in 20 extra minutes of practice here on stream. So 20 minutes of extra practice, Tira practice.
Tira practice.
I need to get her right. It's hard. Tira's difficult.
Yeah, she is kind of hard to draw. I think she's probably, her and Naomi are the hardest ones to draw in my opinion.
Tira's very difficult to draw.
Tira, yeah, is kind of particular. You guys showed us hierarchy of elements before. Could you show them again? Like, shape, like, color? Do you mean fundamentals? I don't know if we're going to show them right now.
I don't really know what you even mean.
Yeah. Do you mean like the fundamentals of drawing? I was a self-taught artist for most of my career, and now I've gotten an art teacher. Awesome. I actually really like this drawing right here. One of the ways to get better at anything is always forcing yourself to, like, not in a bad way. What I mean is making yourself draw at least one of those things in every art piece. So, like, for instance, if you suck at hands, include at least like one hand. And then you can be like, okay, I'm going to focus on this hand and make sure the proportion is right. And then the other hand can be covered a little bit. That way you can at least, instead of hiding it behind the body, you can at least get some hand practice. So like for me, a lot of time I'll draw like, okay, this image has to have hands included. At least one. But at least like two somewhat showing. And then it becomes fun.
What you avoid controls you.
Yep. Mm-hmm. That was an art too.
You will be completely controlled by what you try to avoid.
Yep. That's very, very true. I don't know how to draw hands. Every tutorial I follow doesn't help. Keep trying.
Do a bunch of
just
hands.
do a bunch of
100
hands.
of them.
Break them down. I have a hands video if you want to take a look at it. I also have a few hand TikToks if that helps. It's not about understanding the video. It's about like you understand the concept and then you apply it to every drawing, and then you will naturally get better at drawing hands. It's just because of exposure.
Hands are very difficult, complicated mechanisms,
They
so
are.
it's not unusual to have a lot of trouble on hands.
Mm-hmm. How to draw layered hair? Always draw one layer, simple hair, and it sucks. Add some dimension. When you're saying layered hair, you're probably just meaning like you just want to add more dimension. So like if your hair just looks like this, that's like one layer. Of course it's going to look a bit boring. So instead, let's just say, okay, I'm going to add a few strands in front. There, it's layered. It's layered. It's because you're adding like overlaps in front of the other. And if you do this, let's say you take this strand, if you want to make it more dimensional, oh, I'm going to choose to take this chunk and put it in front of this chunk. Now it's layered again. So like it's not, don't think about outlines like, oh, like this and call it layered. You got to actually add what's in front of the other. Oh, is this in front of the other? That's your decision. Okay, I'm going to add, I'm going to make this, and you can even say, okay, this is my front layer. Now I'm going to add another section of hair in the back. And all of a sudden it's three-dimensional. I do this constantly. Like with Tira's hair, for example. I'm like, okay, I show as many flips as I can because it's wavy hair and I like doing that. So like, okay, 1, 2, 3 sides. 2, 3. Oh, that's not a 3. And then I'm like, okay, well, what's behind this hair? Oh, okay, I'm just going to add another strand behind it and see how I like it. Let's say it crosses over here. And you can see that I'm intuitively adding dimension. I'm always crossing things over each other. Like hatching. Like that. And you can add as many layers as you want. Does the kind of brush matter, or is there any recommendation on it? No, not really.
It's not like it doesn't matter at all.
That's a really good.
You don't want to brush that fights what you're trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a lot of brushes that can very effectively do what you're trying to do.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter that much. There's no brush that's going to give you the ability to draw. It's like, what notebook is going to make me write the best story? One that you can write in easily.
Yep.
One that
gets you to
it's
write.
Like, what pen makes me the best writer? It's like, well, probably one that actually works. That's the same with brushes. If you like writing with a Sharpie, if you like writing with a notebook, if you like typing out your story, no brush will give you the ability to draw.
What pen will answer all my homework for me? It is like that. It is kind of like that. It's like
GPT.
Can this pen answer all my math homework? No, you got to solve it yourself, but you got to write with something. It's kind of like that, I guess. That's a really good analogy, I think. Have you ever tried drawing a real human head on a chubby body? Chibi body. I probably wouldn't, just because I don't really do that very much. I probably could. I would be able to do it, but I just wouldn't really like the result. No, it's not all caps, Ava. It's no spaces either.
Sing it.
So it's just, everything's just all smushed together and it doesn't have to be all caps. It would look funny. It would look funny. Another thing I think about with Tira sometimes, and if vibes help you, like, is I think of mermaid vibes. But then again, you don't really draw mermaids or have the... So never mind, I guess that wouldn't really help you very much. But when I think of her hair, I think it's as flowy as water. And then so like my drawing will kind of mimic that vibe. I don't know if that will really help though. Are you using Procreate? Yes, I am. I'm using Procreate.
You mean you don't think of elves, you think of mermaids?
Yes. But elves would work too. I always think of elves as like either really long hair or long straight hair. That's what I think with elves sometimes. But with mermaids, it's like, oh, it's like wavy. It's like has a lot of curves in it. Do you guys have a Discord server? Yes, we do. You can join it here. It's on our website. It's on our profile. You can search that up and just scroll down a bit. You'll be able to find it there. I love the thought of over animated hair. Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you like to draw, you like to draw your OCs, you like to draw your own stories, I think joining community is great for that. So you can join ours we would love to have you there. If you're chill, especially, and you're cool and you don't like drama.
If you do like drama and getting into beefs with people, get lost. If you're fun and chill and you know, like drawing, and don't get into arguments over silly fandom stuff.
Yep. And join, please. Ooh, Colton, Nadeshko, not from Laid Back, but from Cardcaptor. Sakura's mom. Use her hair as reference for Tira. In fact, let me search some up right now.
What do you think of this?
That looks really, really nice. I think the flow looks way better in that one.
Yeah, I need to just kind of do this a lot. I need to do a bunch of like sketches of Tira, honestly. Tira sketches, flowy hair.
Oh yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty Tira accurate. It's really good too. Oh, that's as good too.
Save those if you want.
Sure.
Send them.
Tips on flowy hair. I kind of already talked a lot about flowy hair earlier. If you want, you can check out our YouTube and check out the most current stream. I talk about it. But you can, I mean, as I'm drawing it, like you can see how I'm doing it. I like to think of flowy hair like this. One curve, another curve, and then another curve, and then kind of go in this kind of general direction and see where it takes me. A lot of it is kind of like by vibe. So if it's like really wavy hair like this, I go in this kind of marbly flow, and then all my strands will support this gesture. Like that. So that's exactly what I'm doing here. How would you price commissions? That completely depends on your skill level and how much time you're willing to work on it.
And what you're willing to work for.
Yep.
I don't think a lot of people realize that they literally price their commissions for where they're working for like slave wages.
Yeah.
They'll be like $20 for this commission, and it'll take me 2 days to do. And it's like $10 a day. $1.50 per hour. It's like it would be like illegal almost anywhere. They're all over the place. And they're like working, but because they've never thought about it, they're just like, oh, I thought $20 sounded like a lot for a drawing, but now that I think about it, I would make more going and working at Taco Bell.
Yeah.
I would break it down by hour. Break it down by hour. What do you want to make? Per hour? What's minimum wage where you are? How long does it take to do the drawing? Start with that price point.
Where should I put this in? Expressions? I guess I'll put it in expressions for now.
If you want.
Your hat is delightful.
You're right.
And there will be people who will be like, "Oh, I think I would rather. I want your commissions to be this price because I'm broke."
Yeah.
Don't cave into that.
Doesn't she wear a ribbon?
Yep, she does.
So I'd have to add a ribbon to all these.
Mm-hmm. Cute. Oh, that's very, very nice. That actually feels very Tira. I think you did a good job. Can you fly with your hat?
If I tried hard enough. If we had enough people spinning it. Probably. Yeah. Where are the... Are they like here? Where are the stripes on this thing?
They're there.
They're here?
Yep, they're there. But they're not straight stripes. They're like angled stripes.
Oh, that's what was wrong. So it's like this, and there's
Yeah.
double.
Yeah. One towards the bottom, and then a little, yeah. That's
Like
good
this?
enough. Yeah, like that. Pretty good.
I don't remember where they are.
You'll figure it out later.
It
For you personally, what would you price commissions?
depends on the quality.
It depends on the quality. It depends on my time, how long I'm going to spend on it. I mean, like, there's I just did a commission recently of a full body character. And it looks like this. And I charged around $400 or $500.
Around.
Well, $450 more specifically. Yeah.
Feels good.
Thank you.
I can't zoom in on your phone.
And that was the price that I was happy to work with. Would I do $450 if I took a month to do it? No. No. Do you have specific videos on rendering different hair colors? I might have like... Do I have?
Probably not. Specifically on rendering different colors. Because the process would be the same regardless of colors. Because like it's not so much about the color, it's about like what happens to it. We talked about this yesterday. But we didn't render hair, we rendered this kind of stuff. Like... rendering different colors is like A is to B as X is to Y. It's like this red is to this red as this green is to this green. So like you run the same calculation on different colors. And so it would kind of be useless to have a video talking about a whole bunch of different hair colors.
Well,
because
yeah.
For that reason is it, but she might have something on some hair colors.
I have a video that covers like the natural hair colors, like black, brown, blonde, and actually there's Tira right there, and red, and also like afros. So this video is the perfect anime hair shading tutorial part 3. It's a 3-part series. So I cover like, oh, here's how to think about hair in terms of value, then adding color, then actually shading them on heads. How long did it take for you to do that commission? Let me think. I feel like maybe a couple days. Maybe like a little bit more than 2 days. If it's like an 8-hour day. I definitely spent a considerable amount of time on it. Is art your full-time job?
Art-related things.
Art-related things, yes. That's a really good answer.
We do a lot of art stuff. We both do a lot of art stuff. There, I feel like this feels like
That is a really good Tira drawing. Very,
feels
very
like
nice.
a pretty good Tira to me.
I think you got her head shape really well. This is like her eye shape right here. And you got it pretty good.
Yeah. It is kind of like her eye shape.
Well, I guess I'm kind of ready to wrap up now.
Sure.
Bum bum bum.
It was
bum,
honestly a
bum.
really pretty fun little mini tutorial stream, plus watercolor and a bit of Roblox. Actually, it turned out pretty good. I quite enjoyed it.
You guys do realism sometimes or just anime? I'm exclusively realism. That's why I'm practicing anime.
I do both realism and anime as well.
This is the type of stuff that I did professionally
Ooh.
for years.
Realism.
Yep, all realism. That's my background. All this kind of stuff. I was a concept artist. Although I did work on like non-realistic games as well. Like I did a lot of stuff like this for work.
Yeah, Guild Wars stuff.
This sort of stuff for work. I'll do like gamey stuff as well. This sort of stuff.
He's very versatile. Ooh, that sim looks so
This
good.
is like very non-realism, you know. And then I'll do really realistic stuff. And then lately I've been doing a lot more of this kind of stuff.
Is that a website? This is ArtStation.
Yeah,
Yes.
this is just my art station.
Even if someone is skilled, would you recommend they take art classes? Take the art courses?
It depends on what you mean by skilled.
Yeah.
Like, if you're at the skill level of where you should be teaching art classes, and it depends on where you want to get to. Are you getting hired? Are the clients that you're messaging getting back to you?
The skill ceiling is infinite, so it's like it's relative.
If you want to get better, I would absolutely recommend taking classes if you really do want to get better. If you're happy with where you are and you just chilling, like,
Totally fine.
I like taking classes just because I love learning.
I take classes to this day. I enjoy it a lot. But I don't really know what you mean. Like, I don't really know what your idea of skilled is. And I guess it doesn't really matter that much. It's more, do you want to learn?
Yeah, that's a really good point. I feel like, you know, it's so funny. We took a class with an oil painting teacher that was really, really, really good. And even he was like, oh man, I want to take so-and-so's class.
Yeah. The teachers at the school took each other's classes. He's like, man, I want to take your class. And he's like, no, I want to take your class.
That's so cute.
Like, I love
so
that.
cute.
It's fun. Like, Christina's teaching me stuff, and I teach her stuff.
You guys seem together. We are
Interesting.
together.
Yeah, Liddy Beans, which is a fun name, by the way.
Yeah,
I
that's cute.
I would definitely recommend not even thinking about it, honestly. If you want to learn more, I would take classes. If you enjoy learning and studying and growing, I think classes are great. I'm certainly going to be taking classes until the day I die.
Yep.
Hopefully of old age.
Hopefully.
Our oil painting teacher, he's been a gallery artist for 40 years. He's extremely accomplished. He still takes classes. He's in like his 70s. He just likes learning.
And I like learning new things because it helps me to explain things better too. You're like, oh, that's a really good way to explain something.
Yeah.
And then it'll be added to my repertoire, I guess.
If you're interested, our stuff is on sale as well.
Yes.
If you want to look into our stuff, you can check it out here. We have a live class coming up on Sundays. And then we have our recorded program, which is like a whole college that you can sign up for. That one's 20% off. So,
Yeah.
you know, yellow button is the recorded one and the red button is the live class. Yeah, we'd love to have you
Yeah.
if you're interested. Awesome, Aria. Love watch your guys live. It helps should I get Apple Pencil or use my finger while drawing? It depends. Like, I mean, for me personally, I just get the Apple Pencil, but
Yeah.
I know I'm going to draw a lot.
Yeah.
I would draw traditionally. If I couldn't afford an Apple Pencil, I wouldn't draw with my finger on an iPad. I would draw traditionally in a sketchbook.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, drawing with a finger on the phone or an iPad to me is not even worth it. I would literally just draw traditionally.
Same. It's just, I don't know. I would get cramps.
It wouldn't be worth it. I wouldn't get cramps. It's just not worth it.
It's not worth it, yeah.
My big fat finger on a screen trying to draw when I've got a perfectly good pencil and paper.
I know, like,
And they're so inexpensive. Like, paper is so incredibly inexpensive, and you can go, go to a bank and like pretend you're setting up a bank account and be like, oh no, I forgot this thing, but you have their pen and you're like, crap, I forgot it in my pocket. Like, free pen.
Yeah,
or
free
you could
pen.
just look on the ground like walking anywhere.
the drawing device I'm using is an iPad Pro 13-inch. And what art device do you recommend for beginners? Anything that's available and affordable for you, that gets you drawing. It could be paper and pencil. It could be a laptop with a tablet. It could be an iPad like this. Totally fine.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna work on my T-Res tonight a bit.
Yeah.
And other than that, we'll wrap up. So
Yeah.
have a phenomenal night, everybody. We will be going live tomorrow. Remember, the weekly mystery challenge is revealed tomorrow on stream. So make sure you show up, and you'll get that extra prompt that you can draw in the last couple days. I think the mystery challenge thing is a great idea.
I think so
it's
too.
fun. But because this is not a regular stream, this is actually a secret stream turned into a watercolor stream, we're not going to do the meow meow. So that is going to be it. We'll see you guys tomorrow at 5 p.m. Pacific. And yeah, don't forget, Anime Art School is on sale, 20% off.
Yep.
And I'll catch you later. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
And see you later, YouTube.
See you later.